So the way it works is when you have a personal experience and you identify that you do not want something, you emanate a vibration about what you do want, even if you are not clear enough to say it in words. And we've been calling that step one of the creative process, because when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. And in knowing what you do want, you are literally asking for the improvement, asking for what you do want. And when you ask, it is always given immediately, because the non-physical part of you, what you call source or God, is focused with you upon what you are asking for. So there is a huge vibrational influx of attention to your newfound desire. And the point of attraction of that newfound desire really gets goosed up in a powerful way once you have consciously identified that you want something. So then what happens? That's the part that we were talking to you about just a minute ago. So now you've got this desire that law of attraction is responding to in a very powerful way. And the source within you is standing there with that new desire. The question is, what are you doing with your thoughts moment by moment, conversation by conversation? What are you doing with your thoughts? Are you in tune with your desire, or are you, like so many people, still justifying why you want the desire by pointing out to yourself what's wrong with not having it? Which are you tuning to? Are you tuning to the more money you're asking for, or are you tuning to the not enough money that has caused you to ask? And you can tell by the way you feel which end of that stick. You see, every subject is really two subjects, and you are often vibrationally contrary to what you really want without even knowing you're doing it. But as you begin to pay more and more attention to how you feel, then you can tell more often whether you are a vibrational match in this moment to your desire, or whether you are a vibrational match to your belief about this desire. And they're often very far apart. So the whole point of our interacting with you is not about step one or step two, because step one, you can't stop it from happening. You cannot stop from asking. And step two is you can't keep source from answering. In other words, those steps are already taken care of. But step three is your work. Step three is to listen to the subtleties of the emotions within you, so that you can gradually guide yourself to more and more thoughts about what you do want, so that your desires begin to feel good to you. Remember how good a desire felt when you were little, before others convinced you that you were selfish, or that you shouldn't have it, or that you couldn't have it, or that you weren't going to have it. That's the thing that we really want to talk about, because this reality that you are observing is really old news. Because once something is manifested, a whole lot of energy has already been flowed about it. And so anything that you are currently looking at, hear this, we've not said this to anyone as clearly as we are about to say it to you. As you look at the current manifestation, and think about it, every moment is a current manifestation, isn't it? It's a manifestation where you're perceiving. It's a manifestation where you are acknowledging something that is. You're seeing it and hearing it and smelling it and tasting it and touching it. In every moment that you are doing that, you are launching new rockets of desire. In every moment, there is resistance that you are observing, which is giving you the basis for the continued evolution and expansion that is you. Did you follow that? In every moment that you're alive and awake and focused in this body, there's something happening that is putting new rockets of desires in the vibrational mix, but it is also new resistance in the mix that is you. So just being alive and in this body makes you prone, and we love you so much for this very thing, prone to dealing with resistance. You just can't help it. It's a good thing, not a bad thing. It's the platform from which desires are born. You knew it when you decided to come. You can't get out of it. Stop trying. It's just the way that it is. But you intended to spend a much smaller percentage focused in the now reality in the resistant phase. What you really intended to do is, once a desire was born, to give your mostly undivided attention to the new idea, because you knew that this forward vibration is really where it is at. In fact, it's so much where it is at that we wrote a book about it. We called it the vortex, this vibrational reality where you've launched all of these rockets, and there is a very valid, very vivid, very real vibrational reality that is the beginning of what will be your manifested reality. For example, if you don't have enough money and you want more money, and you don't have enough money and you want more money, and you don't have enough money and you want more money, you've created a vibrational fortune. And then you say, okay, Abraham, so how do I get it out of the vibration and into the bank? And we say, here's how. You tune to the vibrational frequency of the currency rather than to the vibration of the not enoughness that you may be living. It's about choosing which feels better, putting your words and attention and thoughts toward what feels better until you've practiced that vibration enough that there's a sort of flipping in your vibrational nature. It's like the tipping of a teeter-totter on a fulcrum, where you find yourself feeling more prosperous than you formerly were feeling less prosperous. And when that feeling shifts within you, you can know that your point of attraction has too. And then the manifestations that you begin walking into have more of the things that you want.